Hello everyone, Ryan Archer, West Ham Fan TV now. As I announced last week, next month, Thursday the 29th of July, we'll be teaming up with Tony Cottee to bring you an amazing event. And I'm delighted to say that I'm actually joined by the host, as you can see, Mr. Tony Cottee himself. Tony, how are you doing, mate?
I'm good, Ryan. How are you, mate? I'm really good, thanks.
Yeah, I'm fine, mate. I'm fine. I thought I'd just get you on. I explained in the video last week that we've joined up with yourself to bring some great events to the West Ham fans, and we announced last week, and it's gone down very popular, as you can imagine, that your first guest is your old teammate, your good mate, Mr. Julian Dix.
Yeah, I mean, we thought long and hard about it, Ryan, didn't we? We wanted to sort of try and bring someone to the table that sort of ticks a lot of the boxes and the fans could associate with. And, you know, I mean, it's obviously so many talented ex-players out there who we can, you know, bring to the event. But it was really important, I think, just to get a star name. And, you know, when we sort of mentioned Dixie, I think we all sort of agreed and went, yeah, that's going to be a good one. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
I certainly did, because he's my hero. And as soon as you said Julian Dix, I went, "Yep, that's the man. That's the man."
Yeah, it was never in doubt for you, Ryan, was it? Yeah, I mean, he's obviously ex-teammate of mine. You know, he's teammate of mine in my first spell at the club and the second spell as well. So, you know, he's a player and a person that I know really well. I've not seen a lot of him since he left West Brom, but I know he's sort of getting back into management at Haybridge Swifts and that. So he's always good value, Dixie, and he's got a lot of good stories to tell. So I'm sure we're going to have a great night.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to the night. And as I said, it's on Thursday, the 29th of July at a great venue, the old Regent Ballroom in Stanford-le-Hope. Tony, you've done so many of these nights, but over the past year with lockdown and everything, I can imagine you ain't done too many. So how much are you looking forward to get back into a room with West Ham fans on the stage with Julian Dix and just talking about football?
Yeah, it's been pretty weird. I mean, as you say, I mean, probably for the last... I've been retired 20 years. I'd say the last 15 years I've been doing events and hosting events and talking to people and being with people, being with the fans and basically just having great nights and, you know, just trying to put a smile on people's face and entertaining people really more than anything else. And, you know, I think with all what's happened that we're all sort of desperate really to get back to some sort of normality. We're all desperate for a bit of a night out. And then if you add in the ingredients of West Ham United Football Club and Julian Dix, I think that's enough to entice a few people out. And yeah, it'd be great to get back on the stage as such, and you know, tell a few stories, and you know, just get back to living really. You know, it's been very, very difficult for everyone around the world, hasn't it? And you know, I'm desperate to get back on the stage and just to get on with things and do what we're all good at really. And as I say, try and put a smile on people's face.
Yeah, so for fans that haven't bought tickets yet, there are a few that have bought tickets. Tickets are going really well. So what can the fans expect on the night? Are you going to grill Julian? You're going to get a lot out of him?
Well, yeah, to a degree, but yeah, no, I think I know what buttons to press, and I think it obviously helps when you played with someone. I mean, not all my guests will be ex-teammates, but I think when you do bring an ex-teammate to the stage, excuse me, it does help because you know a few little stories and you can remember a couple of things and you can perhaps go down a route where you can't always go down if you haven't actually been a teammate of that player. So, you know, Dixie's good value, and you know, I think I'll know what buttons to press to get the stories out of him. And yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, he's very similar to me in the fact that he obviously was at West Ham, went to Liverpool and then came back to West Ham, and I was West Ham, Everton, and back to West Ham. So we're sort of very similar career paths in a way. So yeah, I mean, I've always had a lot of time for Dixie, and I think when you talk about all-time 11s, and it's all very subjective because it depends how old you are, Ryan, as you know, or how old you are, how young you are, whatever, you know, and you know, trying to piece together a team that you actually saw play at Upton Park or the London Stadium is very, very difficult. But I think there's certain players that when you get to a certain position, you say, yeah, that's Julian Dix without almost thinking. And, you know, Dixie's in that category. So he's certainly one of the all-time legends at the club. And I think whoever turns up on the night, and I hope we'll get a full house, you know, it's going to be a fantastic evening.
Yeah, with the ticket options as well, there is a VIP option where people can get there a bit earlier. And have a little bit of a meal with yourself and Julian, which is, I think, is a great option.
Yeah, of course it is. And, you've got to behave yourself as well, because Dixie will put you in your place. If you come along, you can't take any liberties with Dixie. But no, I'd like to think, I think, listen, I don't want to be too harsh on the current footballers, but, it's very, very difficult for them because they're in the age of the iPhone and, you've got to behave, you've got to be professional, etc. and that. But I think the players of my generation and before, we're very sort of down-to-earth guys. We're normal people that had the privilege of playing football and playing, in my case, in my hometown football club. So we're in a very privileged position. But, we know how to socialise. We know how to enjoy ourselves. And whoever comes along, whether you're in the VIP bit or not in the VIP bit, we will look after you.
Yeah, you'll be out there mixing, and the fans will get to meet you up close and personal, you and Julian. And honestly, mate, I'm really looking forward to it. We'll do probably a couple more videos leading up to the night. Maybe try to get Julian on, or send us a little message. You never know.
Yeah, I don't know whether Julian's into the old iPads and all that, Ryan. We'll have to find out about that. But whatever you need, mate, it's fine. It's not a problem.
Yeah, no, perfect. But as I said last week, tickets are on sale now. The link is in the description below. I'm so excited. I can't even talk, Tony. Look at that. But listen.
Yeah. Not a long to wait now. It's only, about 6 weeks away now, isn't it?
Yeah, not long. And the good thing is as well, it's 2 weeks before the new season starts. So we can get into that as well. And we can sit there and talk about all these new players that West Ham have signed. And we're going to win the Premier League, the Europa League, the FA. Getting carried away, Tone.
Oh, I know. And I think the thing to emphasise, Ryan, to everyone that comes along is like the fans. Even if you don't come in the VIP, but you will have the option to ask the questions to not just to Dixie, but to myself as well. Because we will be doing a question and answer session. I'll do a little interview with Dixie, but there will be a big part of the show that we'll open the floor up, and you'll have your chance to ask that question that you've always wanted to ask Julian Dix. And I'm sure there's plenty of things that sometimes it's little things that stay in the mind of the fan. Something maybe small that me or Dixie may have done, in our playing career at West Ham that we've probably long forgotten, but the fan that remembers it is something special that sticks in their mind. He's been there for 25, 30 years, whatever, and you got the chance on that evening to actually ask the question. So whatever you want to ask, there's no holds barred, and me and Dixie, we're not prudish. Whatever you want to talk about, it's absolutely fine. But we're going to have a great night, and I'm really pleased because I think we've got a fantastic first guest. And as you well know, Ryan, this is something that we want to try and make into, if not a monthly event, but every 6 weeks or every 2 months or whatever, as many as we can cram into the season. We're going to, obviously have work permitting for everyone. We're going to try and get as many in as we can. And I think it's a special person to start with. And I'm really looking forward to getting cracking with all you guys.
100%. As I said, tickets are still on sale. The link is in the description below. Join us. It's going to be an amazing evening. Tony, thank you so much for joining me, mate, and I'll catch up with you soon.
Thanks, Ryan. Speak to you soon, mate.
Come on, you Irons.